Hi, this is Teresa Gilmore. I am giving a how-to review from our fall faculty meeting breakout session entitled Do Not Rob Students of Honest Feedback. I've put my email address here in case you would like to get a hold of me regarding the presentation at the fall faculty meeting or regarding a question you might have from the screencast. Here are the objectives or the overview for the screencast. The screencast will demonstrate how to log into Moodle, how to retrieve a student submitted assignment, how to give students feedback using MS Word track changes in the Review tab. Number 4, how to use macros to record your most common feedback, how to upload the graded assignment so the student can see your feedback, how to provide quality feedback in Moodle, and number 7, I will end with a review of our presentation at Baker, Do Not Rob Students of Honest Feedback. First objective, how to log into Moodle. There are several ways, and some people just bookmark the Moodle site. I'm on this site daily checking my email, so I just log in through here. Click the portal, log into the portal. Once you're in the portal, click on Moodle Rooms. You'll be clicking several times. Your Baker Moodle shell will appear. Just scroll down to the course you want. I'm clicking on the faculty meeting that's been set up for this. So that is how you log into Moodle. Now I'm going to show you how to retrieve a student submitted assignment. Once you click on your course, the course information will pull up. I'm going to be clicking on Sample Assignment to show you how to pull up a student assignment. My screen isn't showing all of the Moodle screen, but basically you just need to know about this button. Click View Grade All Submissions, and a page will come up that looks similar to a grade book. You want to go under Edit, highlight this arrow, and highlight Grade. You will pull up the submission status. Just click on the student's submission. I'm going to open up, and here is the student's assignment. Here is the student's assignment. I'm going to pause and go back to our objectives for just a few seconds. We're now looking at how to give students feedback using MS Word track changes and how to use macros to record your most common feedback. But before I do, I just want to remind you that the best feedback can come from a well-worded assignment. So make sure that the assignment you give your students is a well-worded assignment and that a rubric follows that. That was something that we went over in the fall faculty meeting. If you don't have that information, I can send it to you if you email me. Now let's look at the student's paper so that we know how to use Microsoft Word track changes and macros to give feedback. Here is the student's paper, and my screen is showing up above the tab. So please click on Review. When you click on Review, you're ready now to make comments. What I like to do is the new comment. Let's say I've already read this paper, although this is just an excerpt. And let's say this second paragraph I'm not satisfied with. I really believe the student can do more. So I'm going to highlight that and give the student a comment. Please look back up where you've clicked Review, and now click on New Comment. Now I have a comment box, and I'm ready to give my feedback to the student. For the sake of time, I stopped the camera while I was typing, so you can see I provided a feedback for the student. It says, please provide more detail. Give tangible examples of how you make students feel physically secure. Do you teach them safety tips? Does the school lock down during class hours? What do you say, etc.? This is a paper for education students who are learning to be teachers. So it gives you a little background about my feedback. Now let's look at how to use macros to record your most common feedback. Let's say you've taught this class several times and you've noticed each time you grade an essay, you're asking the students for the same changes. And you're typing over here the same comments over and over again. Let's stop doing that and let's save ourselves some time. Let me show you how to use macros to give feedback or to record your feedback. First, before I use macros, I need to highlight the area that I'm going to be recording or typing my comment. Let's just say with this paper, I want my students to also go to an original document with Maslow. So I'm going to highlight and click on Review, New Comment, and type my comment. Once I've highlighted the area I want to address, I'm going to go up to View. So go up to your toolbar and click on View, click Macros, click Record Macros. Now if you're using an older version of Microsoft Word, this is 2010, if you're using something before 2010, the record macros is in a different location. This is titled macro 19, which means it's the 19th recorded macro I've created. Click on button, that's what I found to be the easiest to use. I get this screen with my macro 19 here. I add it to my column and I modify, which means I want to choose the icon that I'm going to use. Click on whatever sounds good to you. Basically, I'm asking my students to please go to Maslow's original research and cite Maslow's original research. So these binoculars make me think of that. I'm going to click, and down here we can't see is okay. And now my macro is recording. You can see the old-fashioned cassette tape. So I'm just going to click and type my comment here. I have typed my comment, so I'm going to go up here and click Stop Recording. There is another place where you can hit Stop Recording. It is at the bottom of your screen, so I'll just show you this one for now. Notice we now have our icon, the binoculars, up here. And these are my other macros that I've created. So if we come down here, and let's just for sake of argument, highlight the word safety. When I reposition the screen, you can see where I've highlighted safety. You can also still see my macros up here. So I'm going to make a comment. So I go back to Review. I'm going to click on New Comment, which is a little off my screen. And instead of typing, please reference the original Maslow research, which I've typed over and over again on several student papers. I simply click, and you'll see it populates for me. So we've looked at how to use macros to record your most common feedback. That'll save a lot of time for you. Now let's look at how we need to upload the graded assignment so the student can see our feedback. Save the document to your hard drive. I'll pause while I do this. Once that document is saved to your hard drive, go back to your Moodle page, which will still be open to this. As you scroll down, you will see where you can enter the student's grade. So whatever grade you have calculated according to the rubric, you can enter here. And then you can give your student a comment here. Make sure you have positive comments as well as things to work on, comments. And then I usually, sorry if I'm making you busy, I usually tell the students, please see more feedback and attached doc. And they can come down below. And here is where I add the feedback that I just gave them through Microsoft Word and through macros. So click Add. There's also a drop or a drag and drop option that this works well for me. so I just went in and clicked open from my hard drive and clicked OK. And now my document is saved here for the student to come in and download and look at for him or herself. We just looked at how to upload the graded assignment for the student to see your feedback, and now we're going to look at how to provide quality feedback in Moodle forums. So let's go back to Moodle. Back to my Moodle, I find the forum I want to grade, and this again is just an example that Clint set up for me. So I click on Forum Assignment. Okay, again, this is a test site that we've just created for demonstration purposes, so my assignment detail up here doesn't necessarily match with the discussion. But let's say that I am a student and I had posted in the forum, and the teacher then, so that would be you, is going into the forum to provide feedback. So click on the name of the discussion or what the student has titled it, and you'll see here, this demonstration shows how to navigate Moodle and give feedback in the forum. To see what type of feedback is good, please watch until the end of the video to see the summary sheet from our faculty meeting. I've moved the screen over so that you can see the places where I can reply to the student. I created this so it's showing me the edit. I don't believe you'll be able to edit student posts. You do have the option to delete. So I click reply because I'm going to reply to the student's discussion. And I get this screen regarding giving feedback in the forum. So I can type my message here. Student, I'm glad to see, and you can comment on what you were glad to see in the forum. And then I think a good tip to always do is ask a question. What do you think would happen if we had? So there's the rest of my feedback to the student in the forum. If I need to, I can add some files down here, things that I want the students to read or see, and then I click Post to Forum, and you've given feedback to your student in the discussion. The next screen in Moodle will pop up showing the original post and your reply. We just looked at how to provide quality feedback in Moodle forums, and our final step is to look at the Do Not Rob Students of Honest feedback sheet. Here are the objectives from our meeting. To get more detail, email me. Our objectives are to start every assignment with a well-worded assignment that utilizes 7 key points and a rubric. Again, you can email me for those. And providing timely and quality feedback in Moodle, we can use MS Word Review and Moodle for feedback. It's good to give that within 48 hours. And you have the option to use macros to save yourself some time. Giving timely and quality feedback in Moodle forums was also discussed and how to do that. Thank you, and I look forward to answering any questions you might have for me.